Hello, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Palaver Project. I'm Michael Rivera, and I'm here with Moses Alcasis and Oscar Sandoval. Guys, how are you doing?
You know, pretty good.
You guys had a decent weekend?
I know I did. I was back on Saturday. I managed to smash a chick like for an hour and 40 seconds. But most of that time is thanks to the time change.
Stupid. The 40 seconds and then the hour jumps ahead.
I'm glad somebody got it.
Wow, I'm good. It was just 1 o'clock, now it's 3.
Moses, how was your weekend?
Nothing happened.
No, I think we were kind of hindered by the rain, huh?
It was raining.
Wasn't it raining?
It was raining.
I was never
Yeah.
A
outside.
little bit of rain.
A little bit of rain, but it didn't keep me from on Sunday. Sunday it was nice and clear. Well, actually, no, it was still a little overcast, but no threat of rain at all. So I went out with my daughter to San Diego Rocket Con.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I went over there, picked up some stuff. For people who don't know or didn't listen to the last mini episode we just posted, I'm a bit of a toy collector. It's a nice little hobby I have going on.
You guys should check his house. Like, his one toy section it's pretty rad. I like going there. I like looking at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I really do enjoy having all this stuff from my childhood. Now living that nostalgia out as an older person, and I've never really outgrown toys. I like having them. I have kids, and so none of these toys are they're not just hanging there on the shelves. Sometimes I bring them down, and yeah, I play with my kids, and so it's fun. They're getting used, and I like having it out and having the funds to do it. Back then, we don't have the money.
It's not a money making thing that you have them. You're not like keep them in the box and never touch them until.
Nope, not at all.
I mean, actually to use a toy for what it's meant for.
Yeah, they're action figures, and I like using them to make these imaginary games with my kids.
I like that.
And so, and I slowly built up thanks to a lot of great people in the community locally. There's a strong toy collecting community around here.
Do you buy do you buy specifically just this kind of toy? Are you just a certain type of toy kind of guy?
With Marvel, I go with Marvel Legends. That's a new line of action figures. Not new. It's been around for a while, but it's made by Hasbro, and they super articulation, really good detail, and I usually buy X-Men figures. I stay around X-Men. Sometimes I do Spider-Man. I think I showed Moses my Spider-Man and my Venom and Carnage figures.
Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
So you don't do a random dragon?
I try not to, because then you could really dive super deep, and it's super expensive.
Oh.
But there's a lot of people who do. There's a lot of people who have that money and to put into it. And I was talking to a lot of toy enthusiasts there, and you can listen to those interviews on the mini episode. I actually did a little interview with Beyond Every Toy Aisle podcast.
Oh, yes.
The beta podcast.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. They've been singing our praises for a while now. And finally we were able to collaborate with them there at RocketCon.
Podcasters unite!
Yeah, it was.
I feel the power.
It was awesome. It was a great experience. I mean, dude, it was really cool. It was a great networking event with everybody in the local community. You know,
this is pretty cool.
So hopefully down the line we get people on here. Maybe in interview form or just coming by just to shoot the shit with us.
Yeah, hopefully those guys are down to come down.
Yeah. Yeah, so I hope if you guys haven't listened, please give it a listen. We also did a video. We posted it on Facebook. So hope we hope we try to be active on our social media accounts. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and we're on Facebook as well.
Yes.
And a shout out to Instagram.
Oh yeah, you guys are amazing. England, thank you very much. You guys, sincerely, I'd like to take this award, on behalf of America, And California mainly. You guys.
Don't get teary-eyed on
I
us.
promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Be strong, Oscar. Be strong.
But the Philippines on Facebook, you guys, wow. Couldn't like a single thing on us? Come on, guys. 9,000? Wait, was that the number? 12,000?
Oh,
You reached like 12,000 people?
Yeah, I think we're out there, guys. We're global. We're trying our best to just get the word across and spread the word. And you guys can help us by sharing, by subscribing to our podcast.
Yes, like.
Subscribe.
Keep us alive.
Rate and review the podcast. And, even if you want to give us a 1-star, go for it. Just let us know. Write a review and let us know what we can do to make the podcast better.
We probably won't do the 1 stars, but the 5 stars, we'll definitely pay attention to you guys. I'm just kidding. All right, the 1-star guys. It's kind of like when you buy tickets to a concert, and the 1-star guy is the one that bought the cheapest ticket, and you're in the lawn. And the 5s are the ones that really wanted the pit, and so that's pretty much how it is. But we love you all. We do. So, yeah. But actually, have a listen to the last podcast. That's actually one of the things that we're discussing right now is that thing. We build our own warrior.
That's right. Last podcast was Build a Warrior, which we had great listens. People really were tuning into that, and they were giving their ideas. I have some feedback.
Oh yeah,
I do have. I got an email here from listener Anne.
Okay.
And she says she just went off and just wanted to give her warrior.
Oh, good.
She wanted, so in honor of International Women's Day.
Yeah, we gotta read this.
We're a couple days late, but here we go. We have an example of a female warrior, and so we're gonna read one here. So she says, "My primary weapon is a long staff made of oak to withstand most blade attacks,
Okay.
with a curved blade, as well as a speared point at the end."
Okay. So this is made out of oak, and I'm hating the weapon already. But
How's it sounding so far, Moses? Okay.
He's laughing his ass off.
My secondary would be a set of knives in wrist sheaths. One the length of my forearm, and one smaller and more suited for throwing.
Wait, hold on. How do we know how big her forearm is? Well, she's like Mr. Impossible. Wait,
Mr. Impossible?
No, Mr. No.
Mr. Fantastic?
Fantastic, yes. Sorry, I was thinking of Venture Bros. Because they took that character from, the Fantastic Four. Yes, you're right. Mr.
Okay. I'll keep going. My armor would be a light metal shin, thigh, arm, and shoulder guards, as well as a breastplate front and back.
Cleavage protector.
All held together with leather reinforced with chain for strength, while maintaining freedom of movement.
Good.
No helmet and high leather boots.
I picture Xena.
Really?
Yes, I kind of picture. I mean, she had like those breastplates, right? Perfect boob curvature, by the way. For Xena, the
Warrior Princess.
Yes.
Shout out to Lucy Lawless there. So high leather boots, thinner at the foot, but thick higher up to protect the tendons. So she really is thinking deep here. Also, fingerless leather gloves to protect my hands from cuts, but allowing me to feel my weapons and grab onto opponents.
Nice. Okay.
My colors would be mainly black and very dark green. And I would have my hair cut short, so there would be nothing to grab onto.
So it's kind of like the Jamaican flag. She's missing
Where's
the
the
yellow.
Yeah.
Probably some gold-plated stuff around.
I think she's going for like a forest green.
Okay.
She has jaundice. She has yellow skin.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I would also have a decorative black bandana scarf tied on my head to keep the sweat or blood out of my eyes.
Wait, hold on. Did they have bandanas back then?
Of course.
It's a stupid question.
Yeah.
Oh, what? There are no stupid questions, just stupid people. right.
And then you take. I was background. She actually also included a background.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was
good.
trained as an assassin by my father in the art of ninjutsu.
I already don't believe it.
I'm very quick on my feet and strike to kill, not wound. But my one handicap would be that I'm trained more in the art of attacking to kill than in defense.
Easy.
But my speed along with my staff helps counterbalance that.
Okay.
All right. I'm fighting in the arena because I was captured by the Emperor's soldiers after they slaughtered my entire family and my horse Pickles.
Okay. Pickles.
Wow.
See, that says it all.
My plan is to kill... Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Pickles! Not pickles.
Pickles! You monsters! My family okay, but pickles!
My plan is to kill you all and then find a way to escape into the stands and assassinate the Emperor.
Oh my. Wait.
Whether I live or die is no matter as long as I succeed in my task. She's planning to knock all of us off.
It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna feed her a whole bowl of bubonic plague before she even steps in the ring.
Moses, does she? What do you think? Does she fit the bill? Can she? Is this warrior worthy?
Well, she can probably beat you guys, but she won't beat me.
Yeah, well, I must say Moses' first primary weapon is it's definitely a really good weapon.
Okay, and this is the thing about Moses, and I've been playing this in my head all week, and I feel like there's a way I can beat Moses.
Wow. Whoa.
But it's just it's all this hearsay. We can go back and forth and play our different scenarios. I feel like we're gonna need a neutral party to take care of this. So, I was bringing up during the weekend and recently brought up the idea of maybe we can actually make this into a game, into an actual like a D&D game, but go straight into the combat mode.
You know what? I got a better idea.
Huh?
Well, we actually fight.
We get
for
the real weapons. We'll fight each other outside and see who wins.
No, no way. I don't want to kill you guys. I like you guys.
I only got about an hour and a half. I think it would take a while.
You guys.
Especially with the armor. No, we should definitely do a D&D kind of game. Or tabletop game. I don't know if I should call it D&D. But it's definitely a game where we can have, points set up for attacks, stat points for our armor, and actually get this done. And see who would win.
I'd like this because it's quick, it's straight to the battle, it teaches me D&D because I've never played it before, and it's like a quick, a test run for me. We play, I win, and then we can one day play the real thing.
It might be a little aggravating for those who already know how to play and stuff. I mean, Moses, but I mean, for us and for the listeners, it would be a great introduction.
Yes.
I feel like it might be a great way to kind of get people interested in this type of games. I know there's a huge interest, but there might be people who are listening right now who are a little shy about it. And
That's true.
Yeah, so this might be a nice little way of doing it. So, I mean, something to think about in the future.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do this. If you guys have a character and you like to submit it like Ann did, and you want us to really tear it apart and make you feel bad for it, please send it in. We're all open here. Moses is, he's an asshole. But, everyone else here, we give you a fair shot, except for me and Moses. Michael. Maybe the cardboard cutout of Thomas, he'll probably go for you.
The guy who can totally just whip all our asses, though, I mean, Sasquatch.
Ah, yes.
Sasquatch to kick our ass.
The Sasquatch.
And don't tell me I'm getting into fantasy stuff, Moses. Sasquatch is real.
Of course he is. I saw him at the 7-Eleven the other day.
Oh, good. What was he buying?
Jack's Link's jerky. Obviously.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good.
Nice.
He's staying hip.
Despite what people think, that is not a conspiracy. Sasquatch is very much real, and he lives in Otay Lake.
Yes, he does.
The question is just whether or not he's of this earth, or if
And-
he's from another planet.
The moon. He's from the dark side of the...
Some think he was exiled here by the aliens,
Well, that's nice.
and this is a prison planet for him.
Lovely.
Well, that means this is a prison planet for us, too, no?
Yeah, there's at least 10 people in the South who believe that.
And I am one of them.
Which is enough to make it a conspiracy.
And guys, I think we're going to be jumping into the topic of the day. We are bringing back conspiracy theories.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait, you're probably going to cue in the music right now, huh?
We'll put it in post.
Well, it's probably like...
You always
It's
say
probably
that.
playing.
You always say you'll put it in post, and you never do. We'll fix it in editing.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen this time.
Never happens.
Guys, we have a whole bunch of conspiracies to go through. And
Yeah, we do.
yeah, and so I want to take a moment. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll get going with our part 2 of conspiracy theories here on the Palaver Project.
Part 2.5.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. This is Richard Ross here to talk to you about the new taste of Michelob Ultra Zero. Michelob Ultra Zero is so fresh, it will make you forget about the day you ever beat your wife. Can't get that black guy out of the way? Not enough makeup to cover it? Who cares? You both try it. It'll refresh your thoughts and refresh those knuckles if you need to beat her again. Then drink some more. It's Michelob Ultra Zero, now with 0 calories. Try it. You'll be glad you did.
And we're back. And
Yes.
here we go, guys. Let's dive right into conspiracy theories. Why are we bringing this up again, though?
Because people love conspiracy. I love a good conspiracy. Because a lot of times, I'm almost convinced. And some conspiracies, I'm still kind of convinced. Like the one we were talking about last time. The lizard men. The lizard people. I'm convinced that might be true. That might be true. It would explain a lot of stuff.
The Hillary Clinton is a lizard person?
More like Obama.
Obama was a lizard person?
Obama was a lizard person. And that his wife has a penis. That one has been slightly proven. 5% of the people I talk about that are very credible people.
Have penises?
And thanks, Moses. Thank you.
Well, all right. If you guys are ready, I want to throw a couple of conspiracies, and we could debunk them right here.
Okay.
I want to see where you guys stand on all these conspiracies.
Go on.
All right.
Throw me a fastball.
Okay. All right. I got a list here, and I got first one is this one was kind of weird. I didn't know that there was a huge conspiracy behind this, but
Weird is good.
Princess Diana's death.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, August 31st, 1997, Princess Diana of Wales, she's we all know, because we were that generation. Maybe a lot of the younger kids don't know her, but she was princess, married to Prince Charles, was really well known for being like the people's princess, She was like down to earth, not so super stuck up fancy pants she was really just
She would go to Africa kind of stuff,
yeah,
right?
do
I remember
humanitarian stuff. Yeah, she was really nice, a really good person.
They said she was really cute, all the women say that, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, even though they're not. That's because they're trying to be nice. But I really feel that they were really trying to be nice with her. She did not look like I would not date her. I would not date her. Sorry.
She probably wouldn't date you either.
No,
Gosh, you guys would be surprised. I have some princess from Africa calling me right now.
yeah, they want your credit card number.
Is that... No, they don't do that, do they? You guys are pulling my chain. This is real love.
Anyways, back to Princess Diana. So, anyway, she dumps the prince, and she moves on, and she goes and starts, mingling with friends and going out on the scene.
Wait.
And the paparazzi's all over her,
She dumps the prince.
Yeah, they had a divorce, I believe. Yeah.
I thought they couldn't do that, but then again,
I think it was a big no-no, and which kind of leads reason behind this this conspiracy.
Oh,
See,
okay. All right.
So she was killed alongside her pal. I think his name was Dodi Fayed, and the driver, Henry Paul. They were killed in a road tunnel accident. They drove. I guess Paul was drunk and he had taken some drugs.
The driver?
Yeah, and they hit a pillar in the tunnel while they were trying to get away from the paparazzi.
Yes, I remember that part.
Yeah. Now, in 1998, Fayed's father claimed that the crash was a result of an assassination plot by MI6, that's British intelligence, and the royal family.
What do you think, British intelligence? Does it match up to CIA? I don't know. Doesn't. What's their name again? MI6?
MI6.
Yeah, kind of like the 007s.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Now, I mean, there were investigations done by both France and Britain because it did happen in French soil. So it was concluded that the driver, Henry Paul, was intoxicated and impaired. So, I mean, which caused him to strike the pillar in that tunnel.
Okay.
But, I mean, and that and plus nobody was wearing seatbelts. Now,
Okay.
I mean, it seems pretty cut and dry from what they're saying here. But also, I mean, who's not to say that it was fabricated? That maybe they put the drugs there.
Exactly.
They may have put it into into his system as a way to cover up the real story.
Was it a Lincoln? I mean, maybe Matthew McConaughey had something to do with that right there. I don't know. I'm just saying. We gotta look at the facts. We gotta look at all the facts, everything Michelin tires.
Yeah, I mean, talk conspiracy. Maybe MI6 transported a holographic image of Matthew McConaughey, right? Naked playing the bongos in that tunnle, and it caused the driver to swerve and
Distracted Henry Paul because if you saw the beauty that was Matthew McConaughey.
All right. What the bloody hell is that?
Maybe he wanted to run over Matthew McConaughey, and it was a pillar.
Oh, kill that devil.
That is such a...
what are you doing? Don't you say it? It's a naked Matthew McConaughey from the future.
Why are they Australian accents?
I'm just going to jump around like accent to accent. I think it's funnier.
You never know. Hey, just because the princess is from Wales doesn't mean that Henry Paul's from Britain.
Oh,
it could have been an Australian driver.
Right.
Well,
That's
I mean,
good.
they got a lot of different accents, too.
Hell yeah.
There's
Yes.
like a Sussex accent.
Yeah.
Wales. They know.
Ever been to Blackpool?
It's like here,
No.
even in the United States, we all speak our version of English, right? But we have different accents all over the country.
That's
No.
right.
They have the same thing in the United Kingdom.
You got the Bostonian accent. You got New Yorkers. They got
We're all American.
Like
all
you
right?
from my khakis. My khakis. Beans. Beans.
you got the Texans
Boston,
here.
right?
Yeah, Boston.
Well, wonders never cease, Herschel.
Let me get my lawyer. I like my one phone call, please.
Who's that, Michael Cohen? That's pretty good. Pretty good. I defended Trump for years, and what you doing now? It's the same thing I did.
Nothing. Big load of nothing.
My name's Michael Cohen. Maybe he killed Princess Diana. No, covered for Trump. Trump did it.
Trump did it.
Trump did.
Princess Di avoided his advances. It all makes sense now.
Oh, you can't avoid his advances.
Oh, I know.
He comes through straight, dude.
97.
He grabs you by the pussy.
Yeah, he grabs you by your... Anyway.
By that.
My take on it is it was a conspiracy, but it was done by future MI6, not current.
To what extent?
Just to see if they could.
I like that. I
Gentlemen.
actually like that.
Technology.
I feel like it's the royal family's pissed off about this divorce with Prince Charles, right? Where this dissolution of the marriage, and I mean, maybe they felt like she was a threat, like in terms of the PR and the stories she may know. Maybe.
Guys, I'm up for...
She knew that the royal family are lizard people.
And she wasn't. And so she tried to, like, run away from it while still using their money. Wait, she was a princess.
Yeah.
Who was her
Bonafide.
dad? From Wales?
No, she was princess by marriage.
So what was she before?
A cobbler.
She came from meager
Well,
background.
in truth, I think it was just what it was. I think it was an accident. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with Occam's razor on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oscar, you're going to go with conspiracy? You think this is conspiracy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a princess. Those guys, maybe he was on drugs, or maybe the drugs were on him. There's too many sides to this story. I mean, what kind of drugs did they have in '97? You know, weed.
The exact same ones we have now.
That's what they want you.
We
to
have better drugs now. Like a variety of them, right? Like just time to party.
All the time.
2019.
24/7.
Do you remember the movie Grease? You know how at the end they get in the car and the car starts flying?
Does it end the same way as Thelma and Louise?
I'm pretty sure that's how Flubber ends too.
What?
Yeah,
No, really?
Yeah, doesn't
That-
Flubber end with his car flying?
I didn't
That
watch
was a
movie.
happier ending.
I didn't watch
I
it
think
too.
you're right.
I think in Greece they were dead.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
That's the conspiracy for that one. They actually died.
No,
That's why they were flying into space. I'm John Travolta. I'm driving. Oh no! Oh man, now we're dead.
And so you
I
know
haven't heard his voice in a long time. I don't remember what it sounds like.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That Louise movie you just mentioned, John Travolta, Princess Diana. It all makes sense now.
Oh, God.
There was women in the car, and people crash when women are in the car.
I would love, dude. You imagine you're driving down the road, right? You're like tuning into AM stations, and you just hear this conversation, like Oscar saying this. Like you would stay on it.
Yeah,
You'd be
you
like, I'm gonna listen to this crazy shit.
This is no ball saying. All right. We'll jump to the next one, and this other one is a famous person.
Before we move on, though,
Go for it.
Oscar is conspiracy. Yes.
Yes.
Moses is conspiracy. No.
No.
I'm going with
Michael?
shit happens.
I'm gonna agree with Moses. Shit happens. Shit happens. I think this is a distraught father who's just just trying to grab on straws and trying to make a story of it. I do believe the royal family probably was irked about her leaving Charles, but I don't think it led to this point. I don't think there's any gain from it, except just speculation.
Yeah, the father, he just, it's one of those things where you just want something to have a real reason, not just be an accident.
Right. And Phil, that's
Like
understandable.
life or religion.
Yeah.
You guys are the reason ISIS did what it did. You guys.
Moving on.
Yes,
what's
thank you.
next?
Okay, the next one is another death, a famous death. And last
John
conspiracy.
Kennedy.
Well, yeah, last episode we talked about John F. Kennedy.
Oh,
last,
I said
He
John
said
Kennedy.
John Candy.
John Kennedy.
You know from
Oh, hey.
Cool Runnings.
Yeah, you remember that? Remember Cool Runnings?
Red
Red
Cool
Stripe,
Runnings.
the official beer of Cool Runnings in Jamaica.
John Candy, man. That was my favorite actor, man.
Canada's greatest treasure. Next to Martin Short.
Now we're talking about our John F. Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
And last episode we did do that, and now this episode I want to talk about Robert Kennedy.
Okay.
So Robert F. Kennedy, I mean, he was he didn't have a lot of friends, just like he had a lot of enemies, just like JFK. I mean, there
They
were people.
slept with everyone's wives.
I think he was more of like the
They ran
good,
in the family.
the better brother. Maybe not totally innocent.
Yeah, he didn't sleep with as many.
Attorney General, I believe, and he was, trying to clean up and crack down on the mafia. Anyways, he wants to run for president, and he's in LA at the I think Democratic National Convention, or
Okay.
it was a rally. Anyways, he gets done with his speech. He's getting off the podium. He's walking to the back to the kitchen, and this is where
Lee Harvey Oswald shoots
that's
that guy
JFK.
from jail.
Robert Kennedy gets shot by Sirhan Sirhan. Now,
That's such a fake name.
Like a 90s techno guy.
Yeah,
They're coming up.
Like
DJ. What was
what's
the
his name?
What?
Sirhan.
Sirhan.
DJ Sirhan.
Here comes the drop.
That was Robert Kennedy's corpse.
That's the name of the song.
Oh man, I don't know.
Okay, so let's just...
Ode to John? I don't know, because he goes down the same way, bullets, riddled in bullets. I mean, this guy, he does it, and he's tackled down, he's brought down, and he says he's doing it because Robert Kennedy, I guess, while he was in a position in government, sold some fighter jets to Iran or something. Like something happened where this guy was not pleased with. They sold fighter jets to Israel, and Iran got which really pissed off Sirhan. It pissed him off because he felt like Robert Kennedy's helping the enemy, right?
Wait, what is he? Is he white?
No, he's not white. He's I believe he is Iranian or Syrian. I'm sorry, guys. I should have done better research. But he is.
You're right.
He's either from Iran or Syria.
He's from both.
And I know he was pretty pissed about that transaction happening.
What, is he a political guy?
He got very political and radical political.
Like, is he like from over there? Like he's like some
no
politician?
He's here. He was born and raised in the United States.
He's just a schmuck.
He's just a guy. And he just took it upon himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And jinx, double jinx, you know what I mean?
Okay, but they also say that that it could have been he doesn't recall ever doing it.
Oh,
he says he's innocent.
Please.
Because he believes people believe that there was some mind manipulation by the CIA to get him to do this.
So he just said he didn't recall.
He didn't recall.
You know what? He's recused. That's it. He's done. Because, if you remember Jeff Sessions. I don't recall. I don't recall. Yeah, so if they can do it, why can't we? I don't remember doing that.
Do you believe, like, if you're looking at it right now, do you believe that it could have been a CIA brainwashing him? Yeah,
yes.
To do it.
Like they call him and they say a keyword
through like subliminal messaging.
His name is...
No.
I think he's just nuts.
He's just blacked out.
Yeah. I think he's lying about not remember doing it. Either that or obviously there's some kind of.
It hasn't worked for him so far because he's still locked up.
Wait, he's still alive?
He's still alive.
But he still like says the same thing.
Still says the same thing.
I'm telling you, CIA, MI6. What do you got? We got mind control, baby.
And we all are left to think like what could have been with Robert Kennedy, but I mean. Fortunately, one radical later, we don't have that story. And then there's a lot of stories behind it. And there are also people pointing out that there might be a second person who did it. Because of the way that the shots rang out, they believe it couldn't have been just Sirhan. Because he attacked from point blank. And there was shots from behind.
So it could have
from
been
the way the bullets landed. They think it could have been ricocheted, and some shots hit the door, which could have been from where Robert Kennedy was standing. It couldn't have been Sirhan, but the door was taken down by LAPD and destroyed because they thought it wasn't significant to keep as evidence.
The door,
which had the bullets in it, like the bullet shots in it. Yeah.
What year was this?
72, 73? Those are.
Could you imagine if the Sirhan guy, right? He was actually Robert Kennedy's #1 fan. He was just running to protect him. And then he got blamed on it.
But see, it wouldn't make sense him blaming the CIA. #1 fan blames the CIA. Says
we do a lot of things when we're
1968, guys. It was 1968.
Oh yeah. Back then they would destroy any door that was like cracked, mildly cracked.
5 years after Kennedy was killed.
Yeah, and I believe the winner of that election was Richard Nixon.
Oh, it all makes sense now.
I'm not a crook.
Was he running against Richard Nixon?
Yeah.
Yes, then it was a conspiracy.
Because
his brother ran against Nixon and won. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. He couldn't have that happen again. So, he got rid of him.
Nixon's?
I think, yeah.
All right.
Strikes me as that kind of guy.
Well, there you go. Food for thought there.
Yeah, Oscar blames Richard Nixon.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And
I need this guy taken care of.
I do think Sirhan is nutty, and I think I want to call bullshit on his story. So.
Okay.
All right. Now.
And I once again think it was a guy from the future sent back in time to kill Robert Kennedy.
Speaking
it was
about
the same guy,
but it was Matthew McConaughey.
Came back from
everything.
Yeah, he went into that black hole, the Event Horizon thing, and he came out and killed Robert Kennedy.
Kanye just screws up everything.
All right.
Okay. And then talking about bullshit, let's get to the next one here. And this one, I mean, people believed it for a long time.
Michelle Obama's penis.
I think now it's been considered bullshit.
What?
Roswell. The Roswell UFO incident. And I'll read you from here. On July 8th, 1947, the Roswell Daily Record announced the capture of a flying saucer by the Roswell Army Airfield. Weeks before, there had been reported sightings as well as debris similar to tinfoil and rubber, and a large disc which landed on a ranch near Roswell. It was quickly recovered by the military, inspected, and moved to an undisclosed location. Okay? So, from what we know, from what the military has disclosed later on, and I mean way later on, because in 1994 they finally just came out and said it, the material recovered was disclosed by the Air Force to be a high-altitude balloon used for nuclear test surveillance. Now, people were always saying there was a weather balloon, right?
Yes.
They had said it for a long time, but now it was official record by the Air Force in '94 saying that is what it is.
Smoke screen.
Right.
Definitely.
Just a smoke screen.
A weather balloon.
I mean, I mean, I'm not a big X-Files guy. I didn't really look too much into alien conspiracies and all that. I mean, who here knows about Roswell? Who here's has ever read a book or maybe had a story or ever heard about the Roswell incident?
I have heard of it.
Okay. What do you remember?
You read about it on a T-shirt.
I believe that it couldn't have been a weather balloon because the military lies all the freaking time. So how do we know this isn't a lie?
No, I think they did reclaim a weather balloon, but I think the UFO hit that weather balloon.
And crashed?
Yeah. So there is the weather balloon and then also the UFO.
Our only weakness, weather balloons.
Yeah. Well, they were coming down already. They just happened to smash into it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I believe it was a UFO. I mean, it definitely was an unidentified flying object. People didn't know what the heck it was. But now we know. You know? And it's cool. And you think about it right there, it's like Cold War period, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so we're trying to to develop technology to detect whether or not the Soviets are testing out nukes.
Well, it could have been new technology that we were trying to come up with, and it just so happened to crash. And the guy turned green and had a big head and big eyes. Somehow, he was going so fast, he went through a wormhole and came back out looking like shit.
Isn't that what they say the Greys are from? Is that what they put the Greys as the aliens that were in the Roswell ship, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, and if my sources say that yes, the answer is yes.
Oh. Moses, what do you think about it?
The blog on undergroundnetwork.com. They were aliens, telepathic. Some people believe they're from the future, but that again is a smokescreen.
Really, it's Matthew Mcconaughey.
Yeah, it was Matthew McConaughey. Today, all my conspiracies are brought to you by Matthew McConaughey. all right. I did it all. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen so many things about it. And the whole, like, taking the UFO, all this kind of stuff. It's at Area 51, you know.
Remember those alien autopsy videos that used to show on Fox?
Oh, yeah, that's
lies.
right.
How terrible is it?
Good God.
Hey, they did a great job. Remember when they were dissecting the video and they were talking about, look at the clock? There was no kind of clock. We didn't tell time back then. We used the sun. Okay, well, that makes sense. Look at
There's
those guys.
no sun in that room. There's no sundial.
How did they explain the creature? The thing, it was like a human, but with deformities, right? Some stupid thing, like thing that you like.
It's just a big head, you know, like you would picture an alien. You know what I mean? Like brown with a farmer's hat trying to jump a border. Oh no, that's the other alien. It's the illegal aliens. No, we're talking about aliens from outer space. Those guys are green.
They're not the
white.
ones they take to Area 51 for dissection.
The green-headed lizards.
Wait, you don't know that. Next, Harvey Oswald is going to be Mexican.
Harvey Oswald. Who's Harvey Oswald?
I don't know.
Oh, Lee Harvey.
Lee Harvey, yeah, right?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna take you back to history.
Wait, is Lee Harvey
Oswald.
Lee Harvey Oswald, right?
So didn't I say Harvey Oswald?
You said Harvey
close
Oswald.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're close.
Yes.
You got 2 out of 3.
You
Probably
guys.
his dad's name.
Wow. Wow. But see, it's going to be Leonardo Osvaldo.
You know, he defected to Russia and then defected back to the United States.
Who?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
Really?
After being, like, kicked out of the Marines. Discharged.
What was the connection with Cuba?
He loved Cuba.
He liked the
He's all
cigars.
into socialism, so he used to have, like, I guess, like a club or something where it's like a hands-off Cuba kind of deal.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
So let's get to the next part of this thing. I mean, where are they saying take it to? Area 51. Okay. Also known as like Homey Airport, Groom Lake. Let's see here. What else do they go by? Dreamland, Paradise Ranch. What the fuck
kind
makes
of
these fucking names?
Yeah, who chooses this?
I know.
No.
These,
This is bad.
Please tell me. Paradise Ranch sounds like a brothel.
I kind of
Yes, it
feel.
does.
I feel like Area 51 is a smokescreen in itself too. Like they probably just have a PR guy working in the government who's like, all right, let's make some shitty conspiracy about Area 51, get it out there to make people ignore the real shit we're doing.
I know, we're making just stealth bombers and shit, and we're making new bunker buster bombs. I mean, we don't want them to know that, though. We don't want the Russians to know, so let's just go ahead and tell them it's aliens.
That's true.
We're working on new technology to send Matthew McConaughey back in time. all right.
We gotta do it quick before his skin turns more leathery.
He just melts after his job is done.
So, guys, it was only in 2013 that the CIA had publicly acknowledged the existence of Area 51 in a report.
2013.
Yeah, 2013, because there was a Freedom of Information Act request done, I think, in 2005.
Wow.
And it took them long enough it took them till 2013 to finally give like written, printed reports acknowledging that Area 51 exists on paper. Finally,
BS.
official.
There was 100 pages of everything being redacted.
Yeah.
Except for one line,
It's the-
probably, right?
No, you're absolutely yes. That's what caused a lot of the stir.
The only line there was like, it exists.
Yeah. And so, okay, and it said that it was a testing site for aerial surveillance programs during the Cold War.
Yeah.
Okay, nearby Nellis Air Force Base developed the stealth bombers and other advanced aircrafts. So, I mean, it's really, it's really top secret stuff going on around there. And so, Area 51 is rumored to be, the nation's most top secret black projects facility.
I get it.
And that's why we're getting a lot of like Moses says, smoke and mirrors, just to keep us from really knowing what it really has.
It's just who really trusts the government anyway. I mean, speaking of, like, you know, like those secret bases, did you guys hear about that, you know, when you could do your step thing, that little wrist thing that counted your
The
steps?
Fitbit?
Yeah, thing.
Okay.
You can track it, you know, you can track it using your cell phone. And I guess there was this one big thing where, I guess nobody had thought about doing it, I guess. But I guess you could go online and track other Fitbits, or Fitbits?
Yeah.
You can track them and see, like, you can see where people's individual, shit fucking, you know, and you can see it in color and on a map, you know, like where they're walking and all that stuff. And the government, the places that the government bases that it said there was no base there and it was all completely abandoned or whatever. Some dude went in there, tracked their Fitbits, and you could see there's a bunch of, like, people walking around in that, you know, that whole thing. And I guess it became, like, this big thing where, like, the government's, like, you know, like, trying to shut that down and blah, blah. But it just goes to show that, you know, like, you can't trust anything that they say.
I think Area 51's actually shown on Google Maps.
Oh, no, yeah. What I'm saying is that, you know, like,
which is kind of funny, too, right?
If it took them 8 years to, like, come up with this whole bombers, which I'm sure it's true. Sure, a lot of that's true. But I'm pretty sure there was some guy in the back saying, all right, we got to add this, we're going to add this. How much more can we add to where we can keep our main alien research, you know, secret? Because we got to keep McConaughey out of this, where people don't question him, because he's already turning really, really leathery. And one day he's just going to melt away on screen. And we got to be ready for this, guys.
He melts when his job's done, dude. Oh, man, I just stepped in a puddle of McConaughey.
We got the new shipment of McConaughey coming in.
So other than just, I mean, they're saying that they spent, you know, they developed, like, surveillance and stuff there. Aerial surveillance. They also evaluate foreign technology.
I believe it.
And, I mean, there's this really heavy security. I mean, it's off limits to civilians and normal military. They have, like, a private contracted security around it to keep people away.
Man, I wonder who got that contract.
They got sensors in the ground, too.
Millionaires now. Millions.
And, of course, closed-circuit TV all over the place. So it's really heavy-duty. So let's get to the conspiracies. And I want you to go ahead and give me a true or false. And we'll get to that right now. Talk about the conspiracies behind Area 51. We can just rapid fire this if you guys want, or if you guys have anything to say, we can say it. But let's go with a true or false call. You know, conspiracy, or you know, is it bullshit or is it fact?
Well, what do you want? True or false, or bullshit and fact?
True or false?
Okay.
Let's do true or false.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, is Area 51
Fact.
True bullshit.
Is it really a storage facility and it's for studying of alien life forms and spacecraft?
False fact.
That's right. It's not wrong. It's not fine.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I say bullshit.
Bullshit.
I'm pretty confident about that.
Okay. Do you believe that Area 51 is used for the development of weather control?
Yes.
No.
True.
I think it was used to create cancer.
In weather.
All of those areas where they did testing were made to just make everyone more cancered out of it.
And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's doing pretty well.
We did it.
Now,
Congratulations, guys.
is Area 51 developing means for oh god, no.
What?
Time travel.
Oh!
Yes. Just say it.
No.
Yes.
Damn you, McConaughey. All right.
That's not where they send McConaughey back.
Okay, thank God.
That's in Boulder.
Teleportation technology. Yay or nay?
Not Area 51. That's
Not
in
Area.
Tallahassee.
Yeah. No.
All right. What
It's
about
all aliens.
is it a hub for activity for Majestic 12?
What the hell's a Majestic 12?
Ah, I'm glad you asked.
It's a ska band at Area 51.
That's the name of our band.
Pretty popular. That song from Star Wars?
Any other requests? Put that same song again. All right, you got it.
So Majestic 12. Guys, it's a secret committee of scientists, military leaders, government officials. They all work together to facilitate recovery and research of aliens.
Yes! They're definitely.
No.
Wow. You just say no for the hell.
That's a false fact. What was that new? It's kind of a new alternative. That's an alternative fact. You know, he just comes up with his own facts.
You can't stop this guy.
It was originally known as Project Blue Book, and I think it was during the Truman administration.
Okay.
That they did this, and this is where the whole idea
It's called the Majestic 12.
Majestic 12.
Yeah,
I like the
Project Blue Book. Yeah, they
Sounds better.
trying to debunk UFO things.
I think
Right.
they stopped with the Blue Book because of Kelly Blue Book.
Stupid.
Checking out car values.
Didn't they say like 90% of everything was explainable, right?
No, I think they said
And then there was
89.
like a 10% margin or 5%, something small.
And that's where the Majestic 12 came out of.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the stuff where they were like, well, we can't explain these ones, but we can explain this other stuff.
Right.
Huh.
Right. And I mean, just
A load of
if you
bullshit.
leave a little opening for doubt, then that just creates conspiracy.
Which part is bullshit?
The part, like, the part that... See, the stuff that seems like, you know, it's real, like it's possible, that's the bullshit part. Because it's too easy. You see, like, you go outside, you trip on a rock, and you fall on your face. Too easy. You know? Happens all the time? Yeah, right. You know? Does not happen all the time. Aliens? Fact. Spaceships? Fact. McConaughey? Fact.
False fact.
I mean, God. I mean, aliens. I'm getting more and more just feeling that we're just alone. I just all this stuff. None of this convinces me that aliens exist. I mean, or if they do, they're just not going to be anywhere near this planet. This planet's a freaking mess.
What?
Why would they even be here? Why would they show up?
We're the perfect dummies.
It's a waste of time.
No, it's not. We're like the easily...
A glowing blue rock inhabited by psychotic monkeys.
All they gotta do is come up with a really cool TV show and just add subliminal messages in there and you can do whatever they want.
I believe like 100% there's aliens, but I think it's just like kelp. Like a plant. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like microorganisms.
No, you guys are crazy.
Some kind of like amoeba sponge thing that's like 10 feet tall living on some...
Oh
gas
God,
bubble.
we're gonna get very Lovecraftian here. Man, you ever seen? That's what. Yeah, you think about those old ones. Oh my God, those are creepy ass. Read some H.P. Lovecraft, guys. You'll enjoy it. Mountains of Madness. Well, I mean, I'm down to this last one for today, and this one's a little interesting. This is a lot of stuff that it's actually happening, but now their intentions or the motives, you guys can question. But it's CERN, CERN.
Yes, look it up.
The European Organization for Nuclear Research. Okay, so now this was established in 1954. Now there's 22 member states that help fund this. So their best and brightest, I'm assuming, are working together, sharing information, collaborating, to study the origins of the universe.
So
Okay.
they say.
You know, they're trying to work on trying to see what the universe is really made out of. And if
Wait, that's true.
When they figure it out, do you think they'll have Morgan Freeman narrate it?
good God, I hope so.
Yeah.
That would keep my attention longer than 5 minutes.
Since the beginning of mankind, we have wondered what the universe is really about.
If you guys, use your, who doesn't use the internet on a daily freaking basis, you could thank these guys. The birthplace of the World Wide Web did come from them. Sorry, Al Gore.
There you go.
But they did work on this, and their intention was to share information amongst themselves.
And titty pictures.
Al Gore
pictures.
created AOL. That was the one who was sending out all those free trial discs.
You bastard! I still have a couple.
Now there's a collection in a garbage landfill somewhere, and it's just the AOL mountain.
There's got to be some that were never used, right? Or it's just like piled up.
You think people will make works of art using the different color sample discs?
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be kind of cool, right?
Those colors were kind of cool.
Remember the AOL guy?
Oh, the
little yellow
logo?
Little yellow running dude.
Yeah.
Which is just like a bathroom thing, but just running.
That's a conspiracy.
R.I.P. AIM.
He is yellow.
So, okay, it's not only the birthplace of the World Wide Web, but it is the home of the particle accelerators.
Yes.
I mean, how else do you study the origins of the universe than to try to make your own mini Big Bang?
Yeah, the Large Hadron Collider, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. The collider is one of the. It was one. There's many different particle accelerators, but that one is responsible for discovering the Higgs boson, which is the God particle.
Came out in that movie with Tom Hanks. What was it? Toy Story. No, wait. No. Wrong movie.
Yeah.
Captain Phillips. He found the Higgs boson hidden in that African ship that came to rob them. No? That wasn't it? Damn it.
You are incorrect.
I am the captain now.
Thank you.
This is my Higgs boson.
So what they've gathered tons of information, like petabytes of information, and they have, and it's crazy.
Is that even a word, or did you just make that up?
Man, did you like it?
Well, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty catchy.
Petabytes.
I'd believe it.
Sounds kind of creepy. Okay, so the origin of the universe has been explored, and from what they know is that 4% is visible universe, or what we can see and touch and feel and all that. That's only 4% of the universe. 26% dark matter, which emits no light or electromagnetic radiation.
Okay.
And they say 70% is dark energy, which is it's whatever that is causing a kind of a recession of the galaxies, like pulling us apart.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so these guys are coming up with some great stuff, and they're learning all this stuff by simulating the Big Bang event. But in doing that, there are consequences that they themselves have admitted to.
You can think. I mean, I'm no scientist, all right. Even though, when you look at me, I kind of look like I'm pretty freaking smart.
Yeah, but one of those white lab coats on there. You can talk to us about how 7 out of 10 doctors agree that Crest is the ultimate whitening toothpaste.
And who says you can't eat toothpaste? I eat it all the time.
Trust him, has a coat on.
But what I'm saying is, I'm no scientist. Well, I am on Saturdays. But
no, you're not. Not in any way, shape, or form.
Guys, look. If you hear that some giant machine is crashing all these elements to create some miniature Big Bang, you can automatically assume Matthew Mcconaughey. No, I'm just kidding. You can automatically assume
a McConaughey-shaped universe. It's just naked playing the bongos.
You can assume that something not so good, and you might need to call a lawyer.
Well, with these simulations, with these actual projects, they are admitting that there are times that they have created miniature black holes, microscopic black holes. And although a lot of these they lose sight of, they're just it's just there and then it's gone, and it's just an event. It's just a side effect of what they're doing, right?
They dismiss it.
But you do it for science because you're trying to acquire all this information about how we came to be. So, what's a black hole or two going to hurt?
Yeah.
The thing about black holes is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a layman talking, okay?
Yeah.
But black holes suck energy, right? Suck light into themselves.
Yes.
And with that, they could increase in size?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I would believe.
In theory?
In theory.
I'm not sure. I mean, like, again, we're not physicists or
Right.
scientists, and we're not, I don't know, we're not educated on this stuff. All we have is basic, like, 1+1 kind of stuff like that. But I feel like with these miniature black holes and how they're created, I don't see them as a possible issue. Because, like, the real density and size of a true black hole and what it takes for that black hole to actually accomplish, I don't know. I don't think that it would really matter to
You think the black holes would fall upon themselves, collapse within themselves, and not be an issue anymore?
Yeah.
Because they can't exist.
Because in order to create like an actual black hole, right, we need a super dense giant like star that has to collapse in on itself, where gravity becomes so compacted that it collapses on itself and then becomes a black hole. So we're talking about something that like is what 100,000 times, 500,000 times the size of Earth.
But what creates...
In order to create an actual black hole.
But what is, like you said, it's a collapsed sun, a collapsed star.
Yeah.
There's technology on this planet, mainly nuclear, that has a temperature hotter than the center of the sun.
Yes.
So, what is the sun basically? It's just a big ball of gas and heat, right?
It's a firefly.
So if we're able to create that, how is it in these little experiments where they're not causing some sort of miniature? Because we think of size.
Yeah, but you may be creating like a miniature event, but on scale compared to the rest of the universe, it's minuscule.
Mm-hmm.
Like what it might do to the planet, I don't know, or where it might go from there. But compared to what's actually out there, we're not even coming close. Like even if we can reach temperatures that are supposedly hotter than the sun,
yeah,
the sheer amount of fuel and stuff doesn't come close to what the sun is doing on a regular basis.
So you're thinking that these black holes will not be they're not going to be an issue. They shouldn't be an issue. And so it's a calculated risk.
Maybe if we built a hydrogen collider that was the size of like the circumference from the Earth to the sun, like that big,
Then we would cancel ourselves out.
Which there is.
I don't know, like how big it would have to actually be, but
right.
There is talk that China
is
doing one 5 times bigger than the one in Sweden.
So if we're getting too ambitious here,
so that's where we have a danger, because
Yeah.
it's made in China, and that shit falls apart all the time.
Right.
Sorry, China.
I'd be more concerned though if it was made in the USA.
At
least you'll get a great warranty, but who are you gonna call once a black hole rips you apart?
You got a bunch of shoemakers.
Sucks all your information in.
So I guess we basically answered the question. One of my questions was that what we should worry about, and does the deliberate creation of microscopic black holes cause concern for possibly losing control?
Well, 100%.
It caused concern.
Well, 100% it causes concern. Humans are concerned creatures in general. We're afraid of a lot of things.
Right.
We become afraid of, like, as a society, become afraid of things that were explained to us, and then we just decide that it isn't true. Like vaccines, like all this other kind of stuff, like the vaccine conspiracy causes autism, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man.
And there's no proof.
There's not enough data to support it.
Our lack of understanding causes this to go into these conclusions.
Well, we take all this advice from who was it?
Stephen
actress
Hawking.
or something?
Oh,
the vaccine thing.
Oh yeah.
Who was that?
I'm sorry.
Melissa
McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy, right?
Yeah, why are we listening to her?
Jennifer McCarthy. I don't.
Why are we listening to her?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jenny McCarthy. That's what she was.
Where's her degrees? Where's her evidence?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
She's just giving us anecdotal evidence. Anecdotal evidence is fucking useless. That's
Wait, I get
Oscar
that all
telling
the time.
me, yeah, exactly. You have useless information.
Wait, no, wait. Whoa, hold on. I put a lot of thought into the stuff I say. which makes it true.
Yeah, throwing oranges down my toilet pipe did not clear it, like you said. Just because you heard some guy say it doesn't make it true.
The citric acid, Moses.
Orange cleans just
But, you know,
about
there is another issue with people say, too. Like, it's like, well, I follow the research. No, you don't. You absolutely do not. That was 1,000 pages.
You just heard the last words.
It was 1,000 pages and you did not read it. What you're doing is you're doing the democracy, right? I have elected the scientist as a representative for what I'm willing to believe in.
And these particular group of scientists say this and that, so I'm going with that. I mean, well, yeah, but you gotta follow data and look at data and look at research. Do research. Of course, I think we mentioned it before. It's like doing the research, like Roberto used to say.
Well, we put a lot of merit into people going to college and getting master's degrees in science. Mm-hmm. We tell from the beginning we tell our kids they need to do all this kind of shit, but then when the scientists are telling us one thing, we're just like no.
Right, we discredit them.
And who's saying that? Was it the guy who sat and did 15 years or something in the physics department? It isn't.
That's true.
No, it's just the guy.
It's like the daughter of some dude who owns a car company or something, right?
Right.
Well, I believe.
I don't give a fuck what you believe.
Everything in science is theory, though, mostly.
No, they're testing out
Testing
theories.
it out, though. It's testing it out.
Which is theory.
You have to create a theory first. Theory is the question, right?
Right. It's
So
the
if you
hypothesis.
say these black holes are not going to do any damage, that's the theory. They don't know.
It's you're gonna time will tell, right?
Yeah,
because how are we to
Would you
say
just prefer?
definitely?
Would you just prefer they just leave it alone then? Like you're like I don't really because
Well,
I mean
okay,
do you
part of me
really
is
do you
curious.
really need to know? Like
And part of me is curious. I'm not going to lie. That's true. A part of me is curious, too. I want to know.
they're gonna they'll put it in layman terms for you, and you're gonna be like okay,
They
cool.
created the internet. So obviously something is going to come out of it.
Yeah, obviously.
See, that's the thing. We need these people asking questions and doing stuff because then we get cool little creations that make our lives.
What?
I don't know, a little colder.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if the internet was that great.
Exactly. It's just like, thanks to them, we have Facebook.
Thanks to them, I had this episode. No,
John F. Kennedy probably wouldn't have been elected if it wasn't for the TV.
That's
I think
true.
Nixon would have won.
That's
right.
true.
But, you see Nixon, his head's all shrunk into his shoulders, sweaty.
He was nervous. He didn't know.
Shifty-eyed. Well, I definitely wouldn't harm the child.
I just nibble it a little.
Do you guys feel, and this is another concern, that the production of antimatter can cause an imbalance that can lead to more elemental chaos?
Oh,
This is
yeah,
a conspiracy.
because they're creating more of that thing.
Well, yeah, they're making if they're trying to do this mini universe thing with the Big Bang, they're creating
They're bringing
all the
to
components.
life all these elements that weren't there before.
Visible universe, dark matter, dark energy. So there's going to be
True.
some antimatter there.
Could you imagine if they're making these mini universes, and in that instant that mini universe was created, it survived 10 billion years in its time?
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
And
That's an awesome
it's a flash, just like that,
It's
right?
a flash to us, but it was 100 billion years for whatever's in there.
There's like a McConaughey in there.
There's a McConaughey within a McConaughey within a McConaughey.
Christ
awesome.
almighty.
All right.
Echoes throughout the stars.
That's
And
beautiful.
Wouldn't it be even more trippy that it had the same history that we did? So it's like everything that we play out, it plays out in every universe. So
They have
basically,
scenarios.
life is
Like the universe is just this giant cycle of the same
the
stuff.
same
repeating.
stuff, and we, it has the same kind of like Futurama, where they go through time.
Yeah,
They
they
go
get to the
forward,
end.
they get to the end, and
the
then
last
back.
of the red dwarfs fade out, which are going to be the last stars in the universe, right?
Yes.
They fade out, and then all of a sudden, bam! There's another big bang, and everything plays out the same.
Exactly.
The only difference was that the last universe was 10 feet higher.
Oh yeah, they were just moving. Yeah.
The accesses changed. That was it. But everything played the same.
That would be a trip.
kind of a cool thought, right?
That is cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
It would be interesting if that's another conspiracy that the scientists are actually aware of this. That they're aware that they're making these universes.
I'm pretty sure that they're as afraid. They're probably even more afraid than us because they're actually firsthand seeing these things and doing their calculation. I mean, I know that they said that their theory is 0.000001 or whatever.
It's trying to get inside.
Sorry, there was a cat trying to break in.
Yeah.
And I know they say there's a 0.00001% chance that this could go wrong. But I'm pretty sure there's a scientist in there that's like thinking, man, I really hope that number's actually correct and we don't fuck up because everybody's dead.
But then there's another scientist who's like, I hope it does go wrong.
You're right. The bad one. You're right. Matthew Mcconaughey.
It'd just be fun. It'd just be
Played by
fun.
Matthew Mcconaughey.
All right.
So- Okay, and now this is the
I'm gonna ride
last
this black hole into another dimension. All right.
other dimensions. Yes, you just fell right into to my next one.
He said that's a good word.
Have scientists discovered ways to open up other dimensions? And not only that, and I'm sorry if I bring this up, but there's some right-wing crazy Christian kooks out there that they believe that they're opening up gateways to hell itself.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen at CERN. They're the only ones doing stuff that's already kind of like dimensional sounding stuff.
Nah, it's happening somewhere else. It's like, wasn't that the plot for Doom?
Is it?
Opened a gateway to hell on Mars.
Is that what it was? I don't know.
Is that why Mars is all
I think those
fucked
Christian
up?
fundamentalists.
Yeah, that one is just crazy.
Let them open up the gates of hell. That's the Armageddon. Then Jesus is going to come back.
That's right.
Because
That's
if
also
that
true.
does happen, it's part of Revelations.
It's in Revelations, people.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's what
dun,
you-
dun, dun. We'll be right back. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Guys, that last one, I'm gonna feel I'm feeling bullshit on that one. But the other ones, okay, I can see maybe they do it, and I would not disclose it until I would actually have enough data to present. I think there's just some things you don't tell people.
You know what? Again, I'd like to backpedal real quick.
Yay!
Okay.
In Christianity, I mean,
be right back.
isn't your whole thing you're just waiting for the Armageddon to happen?
Yeah,
Yes.
basically your doomsday prepper.
Yeah,
Doomsday.
and you should be happy once it starts.
I guess so.
Honestly, like if you're a real Christian, you were ready for the apocalypse.
That's right.
And you'll be happy because Jesus is coming back, and you're saved, so you're going to ascend to heaven.
I think the problem with that is that the apocalypse has no set date on how long it's lasting.
Oh, you sure
know?
about that? I think it just changes every time they get it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa. We
Well, I
can't
mean,
blame-
come on. We went on 2012. Who was it? The
was
Aztecs?
the Aztecs.
Mayan calendar?
2012. Talk
I'm
about
not going
let's
to trust the Mayans.
let's
Yeah,
talk.
we
Let's
can't
talk
talk.
They were annihilated
1849.
by the Spaniards.
There were people who believed that the world was going to end in 1849.
There's people that believe the world's going to end every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of feel now we do have a better time frame when the world is going to end.
I believe,
think-
like, when World War II happened, they thought the same
Well,
shit.
here's the thing: is it's like, okay, we got the climate change thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So whether or not you feel like you believe in it or anything like that, I mean, no one wins in the end, right? There's not
That's
going to be
true.
somebody going there like, I told you. Didn't I tell you? I'm melting right now, but I told you, and I feel pretty happy about that.
You're right.
No,
You're right.
Yeah.
Wait, who was the movie in the 2012 movie?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Woody Harrelson.
Was it Woody Harrelson?
He
in
was
that?
in the RV, like, just waiting, like, seeing the explosion. He's all celebrating.
Was that the
like,
day after tomorrow?
That's the day after tomorrow.
I fucking out running cold. Remember that they were running away from a cold snap?
Was that supposed to be the extreme version of a polar vortex?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
Wasn't
yeah.
it? It was like the what was it? The poles inverting or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
something
And so we went through another ice age,
Insane. Yeah.
and it was instant.
Awkward movie.
Planes
Oh,
crash.
remember that movie where they went into the core?
Oh, yeah.
The Earth's core was starting to not spin, and
Samuel
we needed to
Jackson.
take a nuclear payload down there to get it jump started.
Oh, what movie is that?
Core.
The core. Samuel, just look up Samuel
We
Jackson.
do a lot
the
of
Core.
stuff like that, like Sunshine, the movie Sunshine. It was about taking nuclear payloads to the sun to get that jump started again too.
Yeah,
I think like
I don't remember
humans,
those.
humans just look at everything in the universe as something like just jump start it. We put on the jumper cables and we're good to go.
Yeah, that's
Good to
true.
go. Dig it underground. You know, I was digging underground. You think I would find the ice fortress where Hitler's at?
Well, it's not
He's in
an
Argentina.
It's not an ice fortress up there. It's a hollow Earth.
It's a hollow Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, hollow. There's a whole other dimension of Earth down there with its own people.
And you don't fall. It's like gravity changes, and when
Yeah,
you walk
and you like
in,
flip up.
Yeah,
you know,
you-
like upside down.
I feel like I
Have
can't.
you heard of hollow Earth?
Hollow Earth? No.
Yeah, it's another
Yeah,
theory,
it's another
conspiracy.
theory.
I have
So sick.
the
I like that one.
why I brought up our usual Hitler when it comes to conspiracies is because there is one conspiracy involving him right in this. There's a guy named Miguel Serrano. Okay, he I believe he was Argentinian
Okay.
or Chilean. Anyway, from South America. Now, this guy was a far-right writer, occultist, and a Nazi sympathizer. He believed that ancient aliens bred with ancient Earthlings, thus creating the Aryan race. He believes that
Oh, like those Swedish aliens we were talking about in the last one, remember? Tall, white-skinned ones with blonde hair and blue eyes.
oh
The
shit,
angelic aliens, or whatever they
Angelics.
are. I can't remember.
yeah, you mentioned it, yeah.
I think Roberto was telling
So
us
there-
the different classifications of
That
aliens.
that must be what they're gonna be going with right there, because they say that's why they're the superior race. Anyways, they are hiding with Hitler. Apparently, those the true believers are hiding with Hitler in some underground icy fortress. And one day they're plotting to make their world domination move.
Please.
Gentlemen, I think this would be clear and cut bullshit.
Yeah, unless it's true.
And then we're gonna have to go to war against Hitler and his ice army.
We'll see
Ladies and
that.
gentlemen, as we see Hitler and his Swedish aliens
All I can say-
entering the fray, enslaving humanity.
The return of the Fourth Reich.
The turn of the Fourth Reich. Wow.
There's our boys in blue.
Go get 'em, boys! Yeah, garbage. Absolute garbage.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Unless it's not.
enjoy that piece of fodder, you goose-stepping morons.
Good stuff.
You just take that. Take that with you.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, we went through the list. Another episode of Conspiracy Theories in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what'd you guys think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Was this a simulation?
It's got me thinking.
I think this was all just a simulation.
What if Hitler was Matthew Mcconaughey the whole time?
Imagine McConaughey playing Hitler.
Probably in Earth 57. I don't...
57B.
57B. What are we right now? We're Earth 24?
We're 22.9C.
I really want
We're
to see...
one of the points. Like, it's terrible.
You know, in Earth 23, I'm actually, I have a good coat of hair.
Oh, yeah, man. Earth,
Yeah, there you go.
prime Earth, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And in those Earths, I'm getting a blowjob while I'm doing this podcast. But
And it's 1970 in that one. So there's no podcast.
oh,
It's crazy.
It's just
I feel like we've just set up a third part, but that will come later, folks. So
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you guys can enjoy this episode. You can go ahead and give us a rating, review. Give us a review. Let us know how we did. Rate, review. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean. You can even hear our audio on YouTube along with some video clips.
There you go. So just go over there and just hit that like button. Facebook. Hit that like. And thanks to our friends in the Philippines, England. We bloody love ya. And any other country that's on that list.
We're global, man.
Yeah,
global.
we are. We're definitely
So
everywhere.
thank you, world. Keep listening and because your support is paramount here. You guys, we're listener supported, meaning you listen to us, you support us.
There you go.
All right.
Keep watching the skies.
Run like the wine.
For Moses Alcasis, Oscar Sandoval, I'm Mike Rivera, as you were.
There's I just want to let everybody know that there's a portal to an evil dimension that just opened up in my closet, and I try to look for in the yellow pages. I just can't seem to find a number of a white witch to be able to close that thing off. Maybe you guys know what to do. I mean,